Hello everyone, how are you today? Today for this topic, okay, on today's topic, you're going to have guys the past progressive tense and you're gonna have all of the uses and the conjugations and the auxiliaries and the examples that we have, the structure, the affirmative, the negative, the questions. So let's continue. Okay, on the first presentation, guys, we had the examples, we had the uses, sorry. So the uses, the first use is that the past progressive works for indicating continuing action or something that was happening, going on at some point in the past. For example, yesterday, I was working yesterday. Yo estaba trabajando ayer, okay? That's okay. Another use is to describe an action that was interrupted by another action. For example, Sarah was talking. So she was doing this. Look, she was talking, but then we have an interruption. What is the interruption? She was talking on her phone. Sorry, here, aquí me falta una E, perdón, muchachos. Sarah was talking on the phone when her father came home. Cuando ella estaba hablando por teléfono y pum, llega su padre. Okay, so describe an action that was interrupted by another action. So here we have an action and here we have the second action. So this action, number one, was interrupted by number two. Okay, just that. Now, what is the other use? The other use, guys, is to talk about two actions in progress at the same time. For example, Mike was running while his sister was sleeping, okay? Mike estaba corriendo mientras que hacía su hermana estaba durmiendo, okay? So I'm describing two actions in progress at the same time, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, let's continue. Now we have the auxiliaries, guys. Well, we have just one auxiliary, and in this case is the verb to be, okay? What happens to the verb to be? The verb to be has to be in the past because this is the past progressive. And what is the auxiliary here? The auxiliary is was, and the auxiliary is were, okay? Was, were, for the past, okay? For the past progressive. Next, we have the conjugation. And the conjugation, there is something that you must remember for the rest of your lives, okay? So there is all of the tenses, all of the progressive tenses. We have progressive tenses and they are also called continuous tenses, okay? Tiempos progresivos o tiempos continuos. All of these tenses, you have many, guys. You have many examples. Let's write 3 examples. Vamos a escribir 3 ejemplitos acá. For example, the present progressive. For example, the past progressive. For example, the future progressive. All of them, guys, they have something in common. Todos ellos tienen algo en común. Present, past, and future. ¿Y qué es eso? Primeramente, tienen el verbo to be, the verb to be. Y segundo, tienen el ing, okay? This is gonna be the ing. Listo, que el tiempo ya no es pasado, es presente, pero igual tiene el verbo to be y tiene el ing. Okay, it's not present, it's the past, but it still has the verb to be and the ing. Okay, it's not present, it's not past, it's future, but it still has the verb to be and the ing. Todos los tiempos progresivos, muchachos, independientemente qué tiempo sea, si es presente, pasado, futuro, perfecto, ¿ok? Todos van a tener estos dos elementos, el verbo to be y el verbo con el ing, ¿ok? Bueno, el verbo siempre va a estar, ¿ok? Pero el ing, ing. Remember that for the rest of your lives. So, remember the verb to be, in this case, as I'm talking about the past, is going to be, where is my pencil? Okay. Is going to be was and were, and plus the verb with ing. Le agregamos el ing al verbo, okay? And this verb, ¿en qué forma va a estar este verbo? En la forma simple. Simple form. For example, to dance. What is the simple form of to dance? Dance, okay? Just dance. And then what happens? Ing. So I'm gonna have But this is incorrect. Look at this. Esto está incorrecto. No puedo agregar, I can't take dance and then add ing. No puedo agarrar el dance y luego agregarle el ing. No, porque existen reglas de cómo escribir los verbos al agregarle ing, las cuales se las expliqué a ustedes en el tiempo presente progresivo, el cual, por ser también progresivo, incluye el ing. Por lo tanto, les expliqué todas las reglas de cómo agregarle el ing a los verbos. Que si el verbo termina en consonante, vocal, consonante, que si tiene una sílaba, que si tiene dos, que regulares, ok. Everything is there in that video. And if you don't remember the video, you're going to have an example of this video. You're going to have like a little box where you can click and you can go for that video and watch the video entirely, okay? This video is called present progressive tense, all right? So, and you did it last level. So dancing. What happens? There is a rule, hay una regla, muchachos, que nos dice, if the verb ends in E, si el verbo termina en la E, esa E se va a eliminar y le agrego plus what? ing. Okay, so dance is not gonna be dancing like this. So just like this, look. Oh, y ahora se ve mejor, ¿cierto? Okay, so dancing. For example, grade, which is calificar, the continuous, okay, with the verb to be is with the ing, sorry, is gonna be grading. Grading, no E. Olvídense de la E. Todos los verbos que terminen en E, bye bye, okay? No more E. So let's continue, you guys. All right, now conjugation. Vamos a la conjugación y cómo conjugamos este tiempo gramatical. Muy sencillito, ya les había explicado. Tenemos el verbo to be. Okay, and then we have the pronouns. Tenemos por acá los pronombres. Okay, we have the pronouns, guys. The pronouns over here. So we have I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. Okay, so what is the verb to be in the past for I? I was. What is the verb to be for you in the past? You were, he was, she was, it was, we were, you were, and they were. Now we have run. What happens? Simple form plus ing. Okay, good. So teacher, can I say running like this? No. Why not? Because you have a pattern here. Acá tienen un patroncito. Ese patrón se llama consonante, vocal, consonante. Cuando ustedes tienen una sílaba en el verbo y tiene consonante, vocal, consonante al final de la palabra del verbo, duplicamos esa consonante. Look at this. Run, we double the N, and then we add ing. Por eso, muchachos, les recomiendo que por favor vean este video o se devuelvan en sus apuntes y repasen las reglas de deletreo para los verbos con ing, ¿ok? Porque de pronto no se acuerdan de todas. So, I was running. So, consonant, vowel, and consonant. So, I double the consonant and then I add the ing. I was running, you were running, he was running, she was running, it was running, okay. Just was, were, was, were. I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, you were, and they were. Okay, that was the conjugation. And then there is something that we add. Luego que le agregamos, pues el object, okay, plus object. For example, yo digo, estaba corriendo, okay, pero estaba corriendo ¿dónde? Okay, I was running in the stadium. Estaba corriendo en el estadio. I was running in the stadium. ¿Con quién? Okay, with my cousin, con mi primo, with my cousin. So I was running in the stadium with my cousin. That's it, okay? We add the object, usually. So next, using while. While means mientras. Ya lo había explicado anteriormente en el uso número 2, si no sé mal, sí, el uso número 2, pero acá voy a aclararlo más. What is the use of this while? Is to show focus. This is for showing focus. So while I was cooking dinner, the phone rang. Look, shorter action interrupts and then the longer action. What is the longer action? That I was cooking dinner. And then what happened? The phone rang, okay? So, mientras estaba cocinando, mientras estaba haciendo la cena, el teléfono sonó, timbró, okay? So, this is when the action was interrupted, cuando fue interrumpida, okay? So, remember to use while in the past progressive to talk about interruptions. For example, while I was recording this video, I got a message on my phone. Okay, while I was recording this video, I got a message on this phone. So we have two actions, guys. Action number one, and then we have action number two. Action number two usually interrupts action number one, okay? So this is action number one. While I was cooking dinner, the phone rang. And the action number two usually goes in the simple past. Usualmente va en el pasado simple. For example, mientras estaba grabando este video, recibí un mensaje. While I was recording this video, I got a message, okay, on my phone, obviously. So that is the interruption, and we use while for showing focus. So next. Okay. Now guys, welcome to the structure. Vamos a empezar a hablar entonces de las estructuras como yo habitúo a hacer. So let's start with the subject. So let's start with the affirmative, sorry. The affirmative structures, the first thing that you have to write is gonna be the subject. Could be any noun, could be people, animals, things, or places, but this noun is gonna be the subject. Es quien hace la acción, por lo tanto será el sujeto, okay? So now, what's next? After the subject, I have the auxiliary. In this case, it's gonna be was, were. And then the verb plus ing, and then the object. Luego tenemos el objeto. For example, my friends were eating on my party. My friends were eating on my party. Okay, so I have the subject. Look at the subject here. Where is the subject? Okay, wait. Subject, my friends. Auxiliary were, it plus ing, okay, good. And then the object on my party. So what happens? ¿Por qué digo were y no was? ¿De dónde determino yo que va were o va was? Pues del sujeto, subject, okay. Who are my friends? ¿Cómo determinan si es was, were? Diciendo who, preguntándose, hey, ¿quiénes son mis amigos? Who are my friends? I? My friends I? No. My friends you? No. My friends he? She? It? No. We? You? No. They, mis amigos son they, ellos. Por lo tanto, si se van atrás y echan un recorderis por acá, okay, pam, 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 pam. Okay, over here, you have that the conjugation of the verb to be in the past for they is gonna be were. Entonces, como mis amigos son ellos, pues they va con were, no con was. De ahí es donde yo determino si es was o were, preguntándome quiénes son, okay? So, who are my friends? My friends are they, so they were eating on my party. All right, that's it. Okay, next. Let's talk about negative examples. So the first thing that we add, obviously in this case, is gonna be the subject. And then guys, we have the auxiliary was, were, and then we have not. Remember, in all of the negative structures, ooh, the sun's shining right in front of me. Okay, so in all of the negative sentences, I always say not. Siempre voy a decir not para oraciones negativas. And then what happens, I have the verb plus ing, and then the object, okay? Example, oh, okay, before the example, sorry, I didn't have this ready. Well, I had this ready, but I was not waiting for this. I was not expecting this. So contractions, was plus not, wasn't, were plus not, weren't, okay, weren't, wasn't, weren't. These are the contractions of was plus not and were plus not. Okay, so example, my sister was not doing her homework my sister wasn't doing her homework. Okay, so over there I have the example. Okay, so all right, guys, sorry for the, I was silent for a while. Let's continue. Now, oh, finally the song got fixed. Thank you. Okay, now we have the yes, no questions. What happens in the yes, no questions? I always start with the auxiliary. Muchachos, para aclarar acá un poco, todas las yes, no questions empiezan por auxiliary, sin importar el tiempo gramatical que sea. For example, let's write some examples. Um, mm, okay. For example, do you play tennis? Do you play tennis? For example, does she play tennis? Do you play tennis? Does she play tennis? For example, using have or has. Okay, let me move this over here. Do you play tennis? Does she play tennis? Now using have. Have you played tennis? Has she played tennis? Okay, just some other examples. For example here, are you playing tennis? Were you playing tennis? Will you play tennis? Okay. What happens in all of these questions, guys? Todas estas preguntas empiezan con un auxiliar. Por lo tanto, ¿cómo se llaman? ¿Cómo se llaman? Yes. Yes. Or no questions. Okay? Yes, no questions. Because they start with an auxiliary. Do you play tennis? Does she play tennis? Have you played tennis? Has she played tennis? Are you playing tennis? Were you playing tennis? Will you play tennis? All of these questions, all of them are yes, no questions. Okay? Todas van a ser respondidas de qué manera? ¿Sí o no? Yes or no. Yes, I do. Yes, she does. Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I was. No, I wasn't. Yes, I will. No, I won't. Okay, just yes, no questions. En el caso de los ejemplos que les di fueron respuestas cortas, pero pueden responder la respuesta larga si quieren también. Okay, next. What is next, guys? We have the subject. Luego tenemos el sujeto, and then we have the verb plus ing, and then we have the object, and then we have the question mark. So, example. Were you chewing gum in class? ¿Estabas mascando chicle en clase? Yes or no? Yes. I, como estoy diciendo, hey, ¿estabas tú? Pues dices, sí, yo estaba, ¿ok? O no, yo no estaba. So, yes, I was. That is one option. Or yes, I was chewing gum in class. Okay, pueden responderlo de manera larga o de manera corta. Yes, I was, or yes, I was chewing gum in class. So now here you can say no, I wasn't, or no, I wasn't chewing gum in class. No, I wasn't chewing gum in class. ¿Cómo responden de manera larga? Pues simplemente reflejamos la pregunta. Were you chewing gum in class? Yes, I was chewing gum in class. Were you chewing gum in class? No, I wasn't chewing gum in class. Ok, solo reflejamos la pregunta. Now, guys, what happens? let's talk about some doubts. If you have any questions, you can text me. And now this is the end of the story. This is the end of the topic. But before that, we're going to talk about some questions. So okay, this, before we finish, so don't worry, we're going to finish in a while. Were you chewing gum in class? Were you chewing gum in class? ¿Estabas mascando chicle en clase? ¿Por qué haces eso? Por Dios. Were you chewing gum in class? This is a yes, no question. Esto, como ya les dije, es una yes and no question. Digo sí o digo no. Sí estaba o no, no estaba. But if I add a why, if I add why were you chewing gum in class? Ahora, cuando le agrego, muchachos, una interrogative word, una WH question, ya no digo yes o no. Ahora estoy preguntando una razón. Hey, ¿por qué usted estaba mascando chicle en clase? So, why were you chewing gum in class? So, because I was feeling hungry. You can say this. Teacher, porque la verdad tenía hambre. Okay? Because I was feeling hungry. So remember also that anytime you say why, cada vez que digan why, responden con because. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Porque yo tenía hambre. Me estaba sintiendo con hambre. So, and you can say why were you chewing gum in class? You can reflect the question in your answer. So, I was chewing gum in class because I was feeling hungry, ¿ok? Pueden también reflejarla como hicimos en la anterior respuesta. Ok, I was chewing gum in class. Y ahora sí respondo. ¿Cuál es la respuesta? Because I was feeling hungry. Or because I was hungry. Pueden decirlo de ambas maneras, ¿ok? ¿Por qué quise usar acá feeling? Aunque es más común decir I was hungry. Porque quería usar el past progressive. Was plus the verb with ing. Okay, guys? That's it for today. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for participating in the class. If you have any questions, remember to text me on the comments and I'll be checking. And I'll see you on some other class. Okay, guys? Bye.